the class. Today in this class, just I will explain what is software testing, how many ways are there in real time, when to start our job as a testing engineer. Let's discuss. Okay. And Tejaswini, my voice is clear?
Yes, yes, yes.
And are you able to see my screen clearly?
Yes.
Okay. The first, what is software testing? Before discussing about this, what is software testing, let me explain what is software. What is software? Software means a set of executable programs in a computer or collection of programs called software. Here, a set of executable programs in a computer called as software. Nowadays, software is very, very important. Without software, there is no any jobs, there is no any business, there is no any process. So nowadays, everything is depending on software. Next, what is testing? Testing is simple and thing. It is a comparison between expected and actual. Again, the comparison between what to what, expected values and actual values. What is expected? What is actual? Before develop the application, client requirement is called expected. Based on the requirement, that developed application is called actual. Once again, here testing means is a comparison between what to what, expected values and actual values. So client requirement is called expected values. Based on the requirement, the finally the developed application is called actual values. Actual values. One example. I want to go to movie. Before go to movie, as the audience, we have some expectation. We're expecting some fights, we're expecting some dance, we're expecting something. Those are called as expected values. Finally, while watching the movie is called actual value. So the comparison between expected values and actual values is called testing. Once again, testing means it is a comparison between expected values and actual values. The client requirement is called expected value. Based on requirement, the developed application is called actual value. Next. I hope you understood what is software, what is testing. So let's discuss about what is software testing. Before explaining about definition of software testing, just I will show small diagram, just try to understand. See, the first one person, the person called as client and also called as what he will do. Client will provide some requirement to development team. Then developer, he is developer, we are also called as programmer. Because of the reason he will write the program to develop the application. So programmer will develop the application based on the client requirement. See, any company the same process. Client will provide the requirement. After provide the requirement, developer will develop the application based on the client requirement. After completion of development, the developed application, before giving to the same client, testing engineer will involve. Testing engineer will involve. And what is testing engineer job? But before developed application, client requirement get taken expected value. Based on the requirement, The developed application you can take as the actual value. Once again, concentrate. As per this diagram, client will provide requirement. Client will provide requirement to developer. Then developer will develop the application based on the client requirement. After completion of development, the developed application before giving to client. The developed application before giving to client, the client requirement we can take as expected value, and the based on the requirement, the developed application we can take as the actual value, and we can compare whether expected value equal to actual value or not. So as per this diagram, so testing engineer job will be start after completion of development, before giving to same customer. Are you clear, guys? Once again, as per this diagram, client will provide like requirement and developer will develop the application. After completion of development, tester before giving to client, he will compare whether expected value equal to actual value or not. If both are equal, then the requirement will satisfied. If both are not equal, requirements are not satisfied. Listen this point?
Yeah.
So it is a flow. It is a process. The process starts from client to developer, developer to testing engineer to client. As per this diagram, testing engineer job will be start after development before giving the client. So it is a process. It is a process of executing an application with an intention of finding defects. With the intention of finding defects. What is defect? If any expected value not equal with actual value, which is called as defect. Once again, if any expected value not equal to with actual value, called as defect. Once again, as per this diagram, it's a process of executing an application with an intention of finding defects. Once again, it's a process of executing an application with an intention of finding defects. This is definition of software testing. Let's write here what is software testing is. Process of executing an application with an intention of finding defects. Once again, it's a process of executing an application with an intention of finding defects. This is software testing definition. What is defect? Whenever expected value not equal to with actual value. Whenever expected value not equal with actual value, called as defect. Tejaswini, are you clear, Tejaswini?
Yes, sir.
Tejaswini, tell me what is definition of software testing?
Process of executing the developed application with the intention of finding the defects.
What is defect?
Whenever expected value is not equal to actual value. That is called.
Yes, called as defect. Okay, very good. Now, first let us know small history of software testing. History of software testing. What is history? I'll tell you clearly. Before 2001, in IT companies, development, testing, both done by only one person. Who is the person? Only developer and also called as programmer. Not now. I am explaining about before 2002, before 2001 at the time. Before 2001, in IT companies, developers and testing engineers, both process will be done by only one person. The person name called as developer or testing engineer. Developer or testing engineer. But before 2001, in IT companies, what happened? every yearly, out of 100% of the projects, 70% of projects are failure. Okay? 70% of projects are failure. So once again, before 2001 in IT companies, out of 100% of projects, 70% of projects are failure. Only 30% of projects are success. Then, both reasons for IT companies approach with SEI. SEI stands for Software Engineering Institute for Software Engineering Institute. It was established to know the reasons for okay. Before 2001 in IT companies, development testing both done by the same person developer. There is no testing engineer job. But at the time, out of 100% of the projects, 70% of projects are failure. Only 30% of projects are success. At the time, to know the reasons for failure, IT companies approach with SCI. SCI stands for Software Engineering Institute. It was established to know the reasons for failure. Are you clear? It was established to know the reasons for failure. So finally, SCI provides some guidelines to IT companies. What is the guidelines? After completion of development, after completion of development, before giving to client, we should maintain separate person called as testing. Understand this point? So before 2001, there is no testing engineer job in the IT industry. Only developer only will perform both. But after 2001 only, IT companies started to maintain both developers and testing engineer. Are you clear my point? Again, before 2001, there is no IT testing engineers in our IT companies. Only developers are there. After 2001 only, so developers and testing engineers started. Are you clear? Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. And now let us know what is differences in between error and defect and failure. Tejaswini, have you read about the three?
No, sir. I mean, failure is like whenever the application fails to work. That is called failure.
Okay.
Whenever we doesn't get any output, expected output.
Okay. Fine. And then we clearly try to understand. Error. Programmer while writing the code, if they find out any mistake in the coding part, which is called as error. Again, programmer while writing the code, if they find out any mistake in the coding, which is called as error. Next. While conducting testing, if any expected value not equal to the actual value, which is called as defect, also called as bug. Again, error while writing the code, if any mistake in the coding, which is called as error, and defect. While conducting testing, if any expected value not equal to the actual value, called as defect. Finally, after delivered to customer, if customer facing any problem from the application, which is called as failure. Once again, error while writing the code, if programmer find out any mistake from the coding, which is called as error. Defect. If any expected value not equal to the actual value, the expected value not equal to actual value, which is called as defect and failure. After release to customer, if customer facing any problem from the application, which is called as failure. Tejas, explain about the three now.
Error means like whenever the programmer is writing the code, if he finds any mistake in the coding, that is called error. And defect, while conducting the testing, the expected value is not equal to the actual value, then it is called defect or like that. And failure is when the product is delivered to the customer. If customer is facing any problem, that is called failure.
Okay, good. Next. So two types of applications we have to test in the real time. One is the project, second one is product. Tejaswini, have any idea about the differences between project and product?
No, sir.
Very simple. Both are software, both are applications, but any application developer for specific client requirement, this is called as project. If any application developer for entire market requirement, which is called product. See, which is developer for specific client requirement called as project, and which is developer for entire market requirement called as product. For example, I am going to tailoring shop. I want to stitch my shirt based on my measurements only. So based on my measurements only, I want to stitch my shirt. This comes in the project because of the reason this is a particular customer only, right? And I want to purchase branded tees, branded t-shirts, branded shoes. Everything comes into product because of the reason that product developer for entire the market. Once again, which is developer for specific client requirements is called project, which is developer for entire market requirements is called product. One small example. Everyone we are using Gmail, Yahoo Mail, Outlook Mail, everything comes into product because of the reason anyone they can create account and anyone they can start using. For project, for example, after the training, if you join any company, for example, if you join TCS, they will provide separate mail ID for you. For example, tejaswini@tcs.com. If you join in Tech Mahindra, they will give separate mail ID tejaswini@techmahindra.com. Like that separate mail ID for employee mail ID, which is called as a project. Are you clear now?
Yes.
So if any application developer for specific client requirement call as project, and if any application developer for entire the market requirements call as product. And one more example. One question. AK-47, is it project and product positioning?
AK-47.
Yes.
It is project.
Is it project and product?
It is product.
No, we don't have permission to use AK-47. It is manufactured for only army people, okay? It's called only project, not product. We don't have permission, but nowadays become a product, but don't call product, okay?
Okay.
Just example, in festival time in our home we can prepare sweet based on our requirement, which is called as project. Tirupati Laddu, in India, Tirupati Laddu, which is called as product.
Product, yeah. Okay.
But what is product means don't call Tirupati Laddu. Just give an example, okay?
Okay.
So simple thing, which is developer for specific client requirement is called project, which is developer for entire market requirements are called product.
Product.
Okay. Now, any application, whether it is project or product, we can test application two ways. Once again, whether it is project or product, any type of application our testing two ways. One is manual testing, second one is automation testing. What is manual testing? What is automation testing? First, what is the meaning of manual? What is the meaning of automation? Try to understand. Whether it is project or whether it is product, our software testing two ways. One is manual testing, second one is automation testing. Manual testing, without any help by human interactions, called as manual. By the help of rules and softwares. This by the help of tools and softwares, which is called as automation. One small example. I want to go to temple today. Without any help by walk I am going. This is called as manual. By the help of bike, by the help of car, by the help of bus I am going to temple. This is called as automation. Same like that. Testing engineer to test the application. Testing engineer to test the application without any help by human interactions called as manual testing. By the help of tools and software are called automation testing. Are you clear?
Yes, sir.
And once again, without any help by human interactions are called manual. By the help of tools and software are called automation testing. By the help of tools and software are called automation testing. But any project it should be started manual. Then we can go for automation. Only by manual it is not possible. Only by automation also it is not possible. But any project it should be started manual, and then we can go for automation. Are you clear now?
Yes, sir.
So whenever join any company it should be started manual, then we can go for automation. Automation is one tool. Selenium, QBT, LoadRunner, all are automation tools in the market. So in our class also, first we can start the manual testing with live project. Whenever the manual testing live project is 50 days complete, then we can go for automation testing with the live project. To learn automation, like to learn manual, no need any coding knowledge, but to learn automation, very basic little bit coding knowledge is required. So if you don't know code Java, no problem. I teach you in the class that this is basic code Java. This is the perfect Selenium also, okay? And while explaining the class, you don't need write any notes. Day by day class is copy and forward thing. Understand?
Okay.
Up to any notes, you want to ask any questions now?
No, sir. I mean, Ruby and all those also automation, sir?
No, Ruby is separate language actually. So by Selenium we can implement it with Java. Most of the companies, most of the people implementing with only Java. But we can implement with Ruby and everything. But those are you should learn separate. That is not a consequence testing. Ruby is programming language.
Okay, so from Ruby that is different.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, right now, like, which is more demands in market?
Selenium with Java. Selenium with
Okay.
Java.
Okay.
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 Fine, Tejaswini. We can continue from tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Thank you.